guys, this is Panzer IV 36, and today's video is going to be a channel update. Haven't done one in quite a while. So yeah, just update on what I've done, what I've got, and what I'm going to be building, and videos you might see soon. So first of all, we have the StuG here. This is the Cyber Hobby StuG 3 aus G mit Flüssig Gas Antrieb something that I'm building for Adam Mann's StuG Life group build. As you can see, I've basically done the hull. The wheels are inside here and everything. I just have to finish up the very back here and a couple details on the rear here. A little bit of filling because I'm modifying the tool arrangement. And yeah, and also have to put on the stat gas system that goes on here. Over top of that panel there, and since there's no spare wheel, I'm going to actually swap out the panel there for one like this, which doesn't have the holes in it, from the other StuG I built. The one with waffle Zimmerit, because you get all the plastic in there for a waffle Zimmerit StuG and then also for a normal StuG. I've done a little extra work here, like I've assembled the grenade launchers and the spare wheels and stuff, and also I did this here. This is the top of the superstructure, obviously, and since this is an early version, it has the fold-up MG shield, as you can see there, rather than the little remote control thing. And this came up during our group build here. Sadly, I wasn't at this point yet, so people couldn't see what I did. But the front hatch here for the loader's hatch there, two panels come out. I want to open up one. It actually holds up the MG shield. The MG shield cannot stay up without that hatch being open. Also, if you look on a late version of a StuG, the hatch is open to the sides when it has the little remote control or internally controlled MG shield. So it's hard to see right now. I'm going to put some pictures up on the Google Plus forum there. Not forum, but whatever. There's a little tiny part, if you can probably see in there, it's like B26 or something. It's a little tiny, almost like a piece of wire plastic that goes on the inside of this and kind of goes up and meets up with a little, the little piece right there. It's just inside there. It's kind of hard to see, but yeah, I have to put that in, otherwise they won't meet up properly. It's a common error. Everybody does it at the beginning. I did it with my first StuG. Yeah, that's the thing that everybody does. But keep in mind, that's how it stayed up in real life. Alright, what else I'm working on? So we've got the Bradley here for the Bradley group build. I haven't actually touched this in weeks, mainly just because I've been working on the glorious StuG. But I think the hull itself is done, except for like a little thingy which goes up here and the headlights. And then the turret is kind of like half done. I still have to do a lot of the details on there, and the TOW2 launcher on the side here, and like this little lasery thing up here. I think it's like some kind of rangefinder. Got no idea what it is. It's not a StuG, or a Panzer, so I have no idea what any of the parts are. I also do the hatches and everything like that, and the wheels are all done up inside there. I'm gonna have to probably assemble everything, and then paint the insides up, and then put this on and everything, and then paint it again. I'm not exactly sure, but I'm just leaving it in its components right now because I'm not entirely finished thinking that through yet. Also, more stuff that's kind of been being worked on is my KV-1 Model 1942 heavy cast dirt tank from Trumpeter. I've had this finished for a while. I just at my local club, since I can't film my StuG progress, I've just been working on this. And the tracks are almost done, but there are pin marks all over them. Oh my god! Like I've just taken the tracks and taken this thing, go all over the inside. I don't even care. I'm losing some of the detail because there's gonna be like mud everywhere on this one because it's a KV. You know, rust, mud, and like damage. It's a Russian tank. Those are the rules. This is the one I'm building with a buddy, as a buddy build with Basil James. He's one of our community members. He doesn't make videos, but he is active and he watches all our videos and stuff like that. So he's building the same kit as well. I think he's probably a little farther on than me, but I'm basically done. Just gotta do the tracks on this side, and I've just gotta finish cleaning them up, really. Alright, what else? I did finish up my StuG 3. If you guys saw my kind of semi-bad video, I just hadn't made a video in a while, and I was like, well, I'm gonna make a base for it, so I might as well just film myself making it, even though I was using pre-made products. Let's get these parts out of the way. Yeah, basically took a Model Scene grass mat and took some more Model Scene products, some wood and scenics, and some roots, and just kind of showed you how you can kind of make a diorama kind of easy like that, just how you can use some of the products. Sorry for lighting being bad, but I have two lights and the one on that side over there is burnt out, so but I got the top light. Yeah, but since it's not glued down, whenever I finish a StuG or a Panzer III, which there probably will be many of, I can actually just use this little base for it. But I'm really happy with it. I like the colors, very similar to the camouflage, which is good, because camouflage is supposed to hide the vehicle, not just make it look cool. Alright, and on the subject of Panzer IIIs and stuff, I'll show you what I've got recently. Got this kit a while ago actually, but I just didn't show it. I filmed a review of it. Didn't even remember filming it. I was so tired, and like honestly, the review, it's terrible. Okay, I'm just like talking and looking at the plastics, but you know, it's one of my videos. Glare everywhere. It is the Cyber Hobby Panzer III Aus J with control tank with the Borgward 4 Aus B. There's this little bomb carrying thing here. Basically, it's a it's a nice little kit. It's basically Dragon Panzer III-J, the old Dragon. It's not really that old, but it's, you can tell in the plastic. It's a little older, a little thicker. The Borgward here, which is a remote control or manned demolition vehicle, drives up and the front just slides up, and it's a big bomb, and then they run away. And it blows up stuff. And yeah, it's basically the normal kit, except you get this fancy turret bit there. Rear of the turret basket is a radio to control it, and also there's on the fender, right about here on the other side, there's like a weird little box which also is some kind of radio or something. I actually don't know anything about this because it's not a StuG. Yeah, but there's some cool options. You can also put on like all the spaced armor on the front of the turret and hull. You also have the option of the short gun, like the L42 or something, L42, and this is the L60. It does look nice. You do have DS tracks for the Borgward here, and I don't think much I'm going to build the Borgward with it, because I found these cool things, these photographs of late war. They took these things, and then they basically made a little rack on the back, and it's like 6 Panzer Schrecks. It actually is just 6 Panzer Schrecks, and like 3, and then 3, and then just in like this little mini like rack on the back. It's rotatable, and they put grenade launchers on the front, and then it's like an improvised tank destroyer. It almost looks like a mini Panzerwerfer, but those are Panzer Schrecks on it, and it's basically just some really vicious improvised anti-tank device. Pretty cool. Might be able to work something together. Now, if anyone remembers this thing, this is for Alexander Richard Marshall's group build, the Nashorn group build, and yeah, I haven't actually touched this in a long time because I haven't had the courage to do what I'm planning to do with it. I'll explain that now. Basically, it is yellowed, kind of. I've painted it yellow slightly, but not actually at all because I ran out of paint halfway through the session and I got bored. So yeah. But I will explain my plan. Okay, so it's going to be a Russian captured winter Nashorn. So I'm going to do a 3-tone camo, yellow, brown, and green. Then I'm going to whitewash it, chip the crap out of it. Then I'm going to put on Russian markings. Something I've seen on a Panther, which is like they put a big black square over the cross and then they just put a big commie star on it. Well, a big red star on it. And then I might actually go over with some green, as if the Russians sprayed like a green kind of zigzaggy camo over top of the heavily faded whitewash through which you can see the yellow, brown, and green German camouflage underneath. I think that'll be cool, really hard, complicated to paint, and yeah, but I will do a video on it, I promise I will. That's something I've planned, but right now I don't really feel like airbrushing. I'm just kind of like slowly plugging away at this StuG. And also, this little thing here, this is, built this a while ago, I think almost 2 years ago, I don't remember, I think it was last year, yeah, it was last year. This is the Dragon Panzer IV Aus H Normandy something, 1944 production, I think it's like May. And it has Zimrit on the front of the hull, and also on the sides of the Scherzen, so like there's Zimrit there, and there's Zimrit on the front, you can kind of see, maybe if I make it shiny like that. And yeah, I built it for the Russell Goslin Normandy group build last year, around in May I think, or Normandy time. And I never actually finished painting it. I just kind of lost interest, and I had school and stuff at that time. So then, not too long ago, I did a ambush camouflage on it. And I did film that. I never uploaded the video because I never did finish. I was planning on showing how I was going to fade in weather as well. Never got around to that. But I do like the way the ambush camouflage came out. This is exactly like it is in the photograph I saw, and the dots are the correct size, even though they look a little big here. Because usually the ambush camo, it's red, green, and yellow, and then what you have is like red dots on top of the yellow sections, and then you have yellow dots on top of the green, and you have green dots on top of the red, or something like that. But this one was cool in the fact that there's dots in only the yellow and the red, and the dots are yellow, so I can just use the same paint there, which looks cool, and I have to put on less dots, which is cool. So to get two cool factors there. I have put the markings on, and also there's not supposed to be any dots on the muzzle brake, because why not? Also, there will be no side shirts in there. I painted them up, but I've just decided no, I think I'm just going to leave it, because most of my German tanks have shirts on them. And I painted the track separately and everything. I still haven't done the tools. I'm not sure. I'm probably just going to, what I'm doing now is, since the Germans wouldn't actually paint the tools in their vehicles, I'm actually just basically painting them with the camouflage color, and then I chip at them with the color they would be, make it look like they've been worn down a little bit, but they're still painted the vehicle color. Yeah, so I'm going to weather this, and I'm going to do a video on it, just standard Panzer weathering from Panzermeister. So chipping, wash, rust streaks if I do it. This is all painted with Tamiya colors actually. My own custom yellow, and then some Japanese Army green, and some NATO brown, if you can believe that. It's called NATO brown, that color. Swear to God, I thought it was going to be actually brown, not like primer red almost. Yeah, so don't use NATO brown for painting a NATO tank with Tamiya colors. Also, I would recommend you use NATO green, not these Japanese Army green color, because if it's not going to be shiny, you can see it's kind of dark. But whatever, I don't care, it's cool. And I'm not going to repaint this, no way. Alright, how long has this video been going on for? Too long. But we're not done yet. More products I've got. Since I'm a sucker for convenience products, I bought some stuff here. These are new from Vietnam. Light green branches, 50 pack for HO scale. I might actually use this for my model railroad, I'm not sure, but I don't know. It's like 11 bucks for 50 small trees. They seem a bit small for this scale, but if you want to do low shrubs at 35th, or if you're doing 72, these would probably be good. Yep, interesting. And then even more interesting are these. Oh, this is the same company again, and this is, what is it called, Lovegrass. HO scale, which is 187.1. And I think that'd be good for low shrubs, also at 1/35th. Like that looks pretty cool on it. Yep, and also, these are the most cool, obviously. 1/48 scale, corn stalks. Like, that's awesome. 1/35th scale is close enough for me, and I think they'll look awesome with some Russian tank or something, wherever corn grows. Probably grows somewhere in Russia. Yeah, they do, I know. Yeah, so there's 28 in there, and it's $10 or $11 with tax, because here we have lots of tax, because Canada. Yeah, so $10 for 30 corn stalks. That's pretty cool. They're handmade in Vietnam, and they're of course not like the highest quality thing. You can see they're kind of just paper wrapped together and stuff, but I think they look pretty convincing. Actually, they're really cool. So I'm gonna use those on a diorama sometime. Alright, and that's really it. Also, remember that T40 I was doing the build through series on? I promised myself I would have finished that by the end of the summer, so I'll probably be finished by about October. Yeah, so I'm going to basically do another video finishing the construction of it, then I'm going to have a video on painting the figure, and then I'm going to have a video on weathering the tank, and then I'm going to have a video on building the diorama, which I have planned for it. So it's going to be a big video series on that, coming probably in the early September-ish period, when I actually get around to doing that. Once I've finished the StuG and probably the Panzer IV by then, I don't know, I'm probably just going to work on that on and off and just film my progress on it. Also the Bradley, I'm just going to finish that. I'm also going to do a NATO camo on that just to make all the rivet crowners cry. Yeah, like it's supposed to be in a yellow, camouflage, but I think a NATO would be really cool on this. I haven't done NATO camo yet, so yeah, that would look pretty sweet. Or I might find something even cooler and do some kind of weird winter NATO thing. I don't know, I'm just going to do something cool on it that's not supposed to happen. And also the Nashorn is going to be painted up soon. Yeah, there's going to be videos on all of these, except for building this. And up when I weather this, I'm probably just going to film it. I just do. But I'm not really doing a dedicated build series on this or anything. The KV, I'm also going to do a weathering video on that. I got a cool camouflage planned for that. Yeah, the video's been going on for way too long as always, but thanks for watching, guys. Hope you're still watching. Yeah. I'm going to do more progress in the StuG. I know it doesn't look like much. I know you thought I'd be finished it by now. Like last time I did the T-34, I finished it in 3 days. Dragon kit, but I've only been working on it for a couple of days actually. I didn't start it right away. I was like, yes, I'm going to build a StuG, and then the day comes that the group build started, and I was like, I woke up at like 5 in the morning too, and I was like, well, I think it's time for a diorama for the StuG. And then I worked on that, and then I just worked a little more on the Bradley, and then I was like, well, time to start the StuG now. A couple days ago, yeah, now I'm rambling, sorry. Alright, yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Hope you liked the video, hope you're looking forward to the new videos coming up, and hope you're interested in those new products there. If anybody's interested in them, I know how I got them. If you live around me, he can probably ship them to you. But apparently I'm one of the first people in this area of the world to get these cornstalk whatever products, because they're straight new from Vietnam, apparently. Yeah. I hope you'll have my light fixed, because the lighting here is terrible. Yeah. And I will have a first part of the build through series on this one once I finish the hull and the tracks, and then part 2 will be interior superstructure and the fenders probably. And then I'll have a painting and weathering video on that too. Yep, so for probably the 4th time, thank you for watching, everybody, and for the first time, goodbye. Happy building, everybody, and hope you're enjoying your summer. Bye-bye.